because I wanted to make sure that I'm not sitting here stiffing anybody out of anything when it comes to the version of me that you get. Now, recently, I'm gonna talk about a couple of things because recently I had to go get my kid, my youngest son from Guam, 21-hour flight, full time dad. I was going to be documenting it full time, just giving context to what it's like the day in the life of a father. Like you don't have any choices. And it's only been a month and it hasn't been easy. It has not, man. And I have a newfound respect for any single mom, anybody who's doing this by themselves, single mom, single dad, anybody. Like it's not easy, man. Like you don't it takes two to tango and it also takes two to build. And it's not as easy as I thought it was. I thought like taking care of a kid, you just sit home and you get to love on them all day. It's not. Like realistically, I really started to realize that, in the time where I didn't have a choice, like trying to find childcare, being that I want to do stand up, nobody wants to watch your kid. I don't care how well behaved, how easy, how little has been, no one wants to watch your kid. And when I realized that, it was like a true wake up call because I'm thinking that I have the best kid in the world. Oh, you can just leave him there. He doesn't really watch TV at home, so when he gets TV, it's a treat. So you can just leave him in front of the TV. Even that, nah, I got my own life. I don't want to be tethered to anything. And it just gave me a newfound respect, man. I can't I can't really fault anybody. Like now, if somebody is asking me, hey, can you help me with this? Can you help me? Can you do this? Yeah, what do you need? Especially when it comes to a child. If you're a single mom, like my kids' moms, what do you need? Let me make it easier for you because I didn't realize how much it was to deal with. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, having a kid, I want my mommy. I want my mom. Well, your mom is 2,100 miles away. There's nothing I can do for you at this point. Like it took me 21 hours to fly there and 32 hours to fly back with a 2-year old. It wasn't easy. Um, it wasn't easy. Like we flew into Honolulu, which was 8 hours. We get a like a couple minute layover. We got to go through customs. Then we got to fly. Man, it was not fun. Flying international with a toddler is not fun. And he's good. Like as soon as we got on the plane, he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna chill and watch my iPad." He wanted to get up and move a little bit. He wanted to dance. He was dancing in the aisle. Got a lot of attention, but realistically, it wasn't easy. This is the easiest child that I've had to deal with. So yeah, man, like hat goes off to all the moms, and that's really what this rant is about right here. Is just hey, things going on. It is for entertainment, and that's the point of it. Entertainment. Like I've seen a ton of Diddy videos, and I'm like, dude, people have known about this for a very long time, and no one has done anything. So why are we starting to care so much now? Like, did we care when he was bringing out the music? Like everybody had been talking about it, and nobody really acted on it. Instead, it was like it's frowned upon. Like I remember, like if you go back and you remember the beginning of this year when Cat Williams put out the entire like, yo, everybody is going to get, and everybody like you had a very big divide with some black people were like, yo, why is he putting all that business out? We don't need to be talking about black people like that. And then when the feds start rolling out, like, yo, hey, damn, Cat Williams might have been onto something. Well, look, yo, why do we need for a white person to check black issues? Like, you got to wait until the feds come in for you to actually say, oh, man, Diddy was a nasty person. Cat Williams told you that in the interview. It was like, yo, this is going to be the year for everybody. Like, you've been doing black people wrong, but when the black people spoke out against it, oh, you just hating. Why you tearing another black man down? No, that's not what I'm doing. I'm letting you know that a black man hurt me and I want something done about it. But every black person took it as, man, we can't be tearing each other down. We can't, man, no. You put it out there, you let people know, and it doesn't, it's like, I'm so disappointed in my people, even though I love us so much. It's like, y'all don't want to take and help anyone until a white person decides to do it first. Like you needed the feds and to raid him to find out how nasty he was. You needed Cassie or the feds to release a video when Cassie was telling you about the mistreatment, her boyfriend speaking out on her. Like we needed that first. Like, and I'm guilty of this too. When I speak on something, it's me too. I looked at the Cat Williams interview and I was like, yo, he's dropping some stuff, man. I just hope he's safe. I didn't know all the details, but Cat Williams, I respect him first as a man because he's the only man that stood up to everybody. Like, so he always has my respect for me. Like once I did before the interview came out and I was doing research on all the things that he believed in and spoke out against, and like, dude, this is a solid man. Then I have that, if not equal to that same level of respect for him as a comedian. Like, yo, you can make people laugh with truth. And it may be hurtful for you to say, but you're still gonna say that mother. You know what I'm saying? Like he's that good. And I'm just like, dude, why are we? Why did it take all of that? Like this man sat on the couch and told you nothing but his truths from what he saw. And everybody, you can't. Why are we taking on black people? And I was disappointed in Dave Chappelle, who is my favorite comedian. I was very disappointed that, like, yo, this man is telling people about things so that people can avoid these traps. It's not necessarily to tear the people down, but if you take it for what he was saying it for, it's like, hey, you up and coming comics, avoid people like this. Avoid people who steal your jokes. Avoid people who, and if they do it to you, you you don't have to fear about speaking out on it. I don't give a damn. If it's not true, it's not true. That's on him. But I'm be damned. Like if he's speaking truth, like, yo, it's some truth to it. We should listen. We should take into accountability because it's just like having a child and your child says that somebody that you love, your friend, touched her inappropriately, and you decide to defend your friend instead of defending your child. Like you don't even want to take the time to listen. You don't want to take the time to listen. So yeah, that's how I look at it, man. With us in the black community, man, I think we need to like we all, oh, we got to stick together, we got to no, and we also have to hold people accountable who are doing people wrong. They might not have done you wrong specifically, but you know they've done some wrong to other people. Speak up on it. Speak up on it. um yeah, that's my celebrity ish for now. And I said I wouldn't go into any celebrity, and I immediately go into celebrities. So but no, that's something that bothers me on a personal level, man, because now everybody, like when Cat Williams said this in December and January, people should have already, well, yeah, December, people should have already started to hey, look, maybe we should listen to what he's saying and look into some other things. Orlando, I didn't know Orlando Brown had been saying that about Diddy for years, but we don't listen to him because everyone around has made him us believe that, yo, Orlando, yeah, something wrong with him mentally. Like he got some mental, you know what I'm saying? Like it's always that. It's been that. So yeah, man, look, yeah, bro, you gotta. It's not easy. It's not easy. Um, yeah, that's a celebrity. It's my celebrity take. All right, maybe I'll just do the damn thing. I don't know. There's something going on. That's what's been catching my attention. Here lately too, I did a comedy show last night with a local comic around here. Dope guy, man. Honestly, I appreciate everybody who gives me an opportunity, even if I had to create the opportunity myself, because I used to DJ, so I use that to open the door because a lot of my equipment and stuff like that, people they don't want to rent it, so instead they'd be like, oh, I'll give you some time. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I don't care how I got to get it. I got to get it because in that time I could create one fan or two fans, or it doesn't take much. So I got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do. Yeah, that's fun. That's fun. Yeah. So the show last night was pretty dope. show last night. I did a new joke, new premise. Didn't record it because it wasn't. There wasn't. I need to just start recording regardless. I don't. I don't know. I'm just. I need to start recording because even host looking at different venues. This was an all white crowd, and I was like, let's see what I can conjure up real quick. Did pretty decent. Did pretty. I did good. I mean, I did 5 minutes, so that 5 minutes I was lighting it up as much as I could. So yeah. Um. Now I have something, and I've been thinking about this for a while. Right? How? Because I have young daughters, and I was just explaining to her, man, like how you get a man to hold more value to you than um a boy would or a childish man. That was the topic of it, right? And so her and I start talking because she's almost 16 and she's like, look, you know what I'm saying? It's getting close. She hasn't mentioned it to me. She is way more focused into like I wish I had her driving devotion, man. She is more focused into she gonna hustle something. You know what I'm saying? Like she gonna sell you something. She gonna do some hair. She gonna whatever. She gonna do it, and I love it for her because it takes her focus off of things that don't matter. And we start talking, and she was like, we just talking, and it really made me realize because it was like, how do you make the boy value you more? Like I want my daughter to be at the utmost. And I thought I was doing the thing by setting the bar high with opening the doors and stuff like that, man. A woman will still take far less when she likes. When a woman likes a man, likes a man, why you ain't open my door, stupid? That's what you gonna get. Like not, hey, I'm gonna stand here and wait until you open my door. It's like, cuz girl, you got two hands. That's something he gonna say, and she gonna get in the car still because she values that time with that young man or that boy. And it was like, dang. So I've been opening the car door for, what I'm saying, 16 years for her. Like, and now she's with somebody who is trying to take the most valuable thing that she has, and that's her time and love. And you won't open the door for her? Man, I had to fight for this love. Of course I'm gonna be jealous. Like, yo, open the door for her. But then I started to think, like, that's probably not the best way to go. I think the best way to go is to make that man fight for you. Yeah, not physically fight. Like it's a paraphrase. Like you know what I'm saying? Like taking my daughter out of the equation. I'm gonna break it down like this, right? Let's just say you have sex with, right? You having sex with the guy. Y'all first time he took you out on a date. Oh, I'm sorry, you didn't have sex with the guy. Let's just say you're going on a date, right? You're getting ready to go on this date. This guy's taking you out. He set everything aside, got everything all dolled up, nice for you. Cool. Y'all go out, y'all kicking it, you enjoy your time a little bit, and it's the end of the night, and you're like, oh, okay, well, it's time for me to go home. I'm gonna go head home. Okay, baby, I had a good time. I'm gonna call you when I get home. Call you when you get home, and you sit here and you're on the phone now talking to him. And you're like, yeah, I had a good night. It was fun. I really enjoyed that. And probably maybe not immediately, but like the second or third question is like, have you ever been on a date like that before? Why do you think that man is asking that? Because the man's entire persona is built off of breaking through thresholds. Like, hey, I want to be the first person that ever took you skydiving. I want to be the first person that took you on a date like this. I want to be the first person. I want that to be because I want to be a stapled memory. You see what I'm saying? So if a woman is like, it's two ways a woman can go down this path, right? If a woman is like, no, no one's ever done that for me. Cool, I broke through that threshold. Now I'm the shit. Yeah, ain't nobody comparing to me. I'm the man now. And but if a woman says, yeah, um, such and such, i.e., maybe her father or a friend, or yeah, we've eaten there before. It's a really nice restaurant, but I really enjoyed getting to know you, Maybe next time we should go to a place that isn't as like what you just did to that man is you thought that you're gonna make him think further by saying that I've already done this before. Someone's already done this with me before. Oh damn! So I didn't break through the threshold. Nah, nah, you didn't. But good, good job. You get a consolation prize. You don't get the grand prize because you ain't win the championship. Like this, dating is practice and to get to the championship game. That's why I tell my daughter I break it down in a game analogy because it's like, yo, you don't really understand. Like, yo, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like, then the next time, next date, he might be like, hey, let's not go to a restaurant. Let's go somewhere where we can sit on the top of a hill. Like we have this thing in Virginia called Mount Trashmore. Let's go up on Mount Trashmore. I'm gonna bring you lunch. We're gonna sit here and enjoy it. Okay, yeah, that sounds fun. That sounds fun. Y'all go on that date. And it was like, yo, he's got to step up from the last one because he ain't break through no threshold. He ain't break nothing. And this is real, man. This ain't no boys. This is real men that actually want to be the best at what they do. A competitive man, like, cause that's all you're doing is competing for what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah. So she go and she do it. Y'all on the top of the hill now. Again, there are two ways that you can go down the street. He gonna ask you, yeah. So what about because now it's on his mind. Like, yo, is this the threshold that I'm breaking? Like, hey, has anybody ever done anything like this for you before? Again, you have two choices. You can say, no, no one's ever done this for me to me before. This is beautiful. This is really thoughtful. This is amazing. Or she can be like, okay, let's talk about you. Let's get to know you. Hey, uh, you know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna really enjoy this. We're gonna talk and enjoy this. And then when he asks you that question, you're like, well, I mean, maybe not the location, but i.e. my dad, because these are things that I've done with my daughter. My dad's done it before me before. Like we've had a picnic before. It ain't really nothing special, but great thought. I really enjoyed getting to know you, but you're not gonna woo me with something that has already been presented. You're not breaking through that threshold. And this is an important lesson for fathers too, because you have to create that threshold. So, okay, no man, it's not as easy to impress her. Like she's gonna enjoy the time spent because she clearly likes this guy, but she has options on how she can respond to the dates. You see what I'm saying? So, dads, we've gotta do that, and we're not doing it because it's like, oh, you being creepy with your daughter. That's not the reason. We're protecting our child from some basic shit. I'm protecting my daughter from some basic shit. I'm just saying. So they go on that date, and my daughter can like now she has the upper hand because it's like you took her on two dates, and neither one of those dates you were able to break through any thresholds because like the goal is to get to the panties, but you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like yo, it's too many layers. Like dad really took care of baby girl, so the only way that you can get her more interested is by unveiling yourself to her. You've got to show her who you really are because the first three dates, first couple of dates, a dude is hiding who he is because I want to show you my best foot forward, best foot forward, best foot. Hey, best foot forward. Yeah, it ain't enough. It ain't enough, man. So and then they go on a third date, and he's like, oh man, you know, I'm gonna take you on a boat ride because I live in the ocean front, and we're gonna go around and just look at like whale watching. Not really expensive. It's a thought that counts. You know what I'm saying? Like now I've got your young man thinking of ways to intrigue my daughter, and the goal always is to break through that threshold. You know what I'm saying? And again, my daughter will have that same option. Hey, we getting to know each other. Oh, this was really thoughtful. I see where your head is. Yeah, let's go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, and again, she can say, I've never done this before. The moment that that boy does the work hard enough to think about, like, oh, I've never done that before. And he takes her on that date and executes, and it's planned, and everything is there, and you're doing what you say, then she's gonna open up to you, and she's gonna, you know what I'm saying? But it's things, steps that you have to do as a man, and I love that relationship that my daughter and I have because it's telling, like, bro, ain't nobody getting it that easy. Like, you not. Like, I gotta, I'm teaching her how to drive a car right now. What can you teach her? I'm teaching her how to drive a stick shift. And you don't know how to drive a stick shift, like yo, she gonna look at you like yo, you ain't. In her eyes, like yo, how you gonna help me in this situation? You can't even drive my car if I get hurt. Why would I pick you up? You can't even borrow my car. So like, I'm setting my daughter up to be like the best that she can be. And yeah, nah, it's fun. It's fun, man. You like that's the importance of fatherhood and building a good relationship with your daughter. You gotta make it difficult. But in doing that, right, I've learned a lesson for myself because I went through a whole phase, whole mongering. I was out there in the streets. I've done so many people dirty. Like I just put it out in the atmosphere. Hey, God, forgive me. If somebody decides to make a Diddy documentary about it later, trust and believe. I ain't drug nobody. I ain't R word nobody. I just did a bunch of F boy, fuck boy shit. Like I've done a lot of it. And you know what I'm saying? Like I let my daughter know too. And I'm very honest with her because it's like you can see the results of what I've gotten. I've done shit. This is why me and your mom are no longer married because I was a F boy. Like that was me. It's all on me. And I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't, whatever the personal relationship that we have with her mom, I'm like, look, all I can atone for is what I did. And I'm letting you know that I've done some messed up stuff. I have to deal with it. I want you to avoid it. And how do you do that? Like, yo, you make a man compete for every ounce of your love. Make him compete for your heart because that's a natural state for most men. Most men love to compete in anything. You got competitive gaming. You've got competitive. Like, I want to be the best at everything that I am. You compete. So yeah, I'm teaching her, like, yo, this is how you feed into that nature. You make him compete for you because it's a million dudes that you can choose up on, but there's only one you, and the guy wants to be the only one. So you make him work for anything that he deals. Like this is why geishas were so high valued because it was like, yo, you're a beautiful woman, you've been brought up right, your values are here, like all these things just align, and I'm gonna pay millions of yen to be with you for the rest of your life. You've been preserved just for me. I'm the only man that can tell this story of betting you, and you make it so that they work for it. You gotta work for me, and that's just the sex part. Now let's just say this, right? You had sex early. You decided you was gonna have sex early before you was able to learn this information. Now still you still have the power in your hand. Like it's not over just because you had sex. It doesn't mean anything. I want to preserve my daughter and I want to teach her the right way. But here's a trick if you've had sex. If you had sex with a dude and y'all going out and you know what I'm saying, y'all go out a couple of dates and you like, you know what? I'm kinda horny. Let me see what's going on. Hey, come on over. He come over and y'all do y'all thing, y'all do y'all tango or whatever. This is a grown man, you're a grown woman. Y'all are able to do whatever you want to do. I'm not. Listen. After he gets done and he gets up, and you sit there and you tell him like, "Yo, sex was alright." That man gonna look all right if he cares. Now, if he doesn't care and you just a piece, he ain't gonna ask if how many times you come. Like none of that. He ain't asking. So that's how you'll know if you a piece and if he just played you. But you got to do some valuing things before it ever gets to that point to make sure this man values you and everything you do. I'm just saying, this is an ex fuckboy giving you game on how even I thought. Like, I don't do the fuck shit no more. I really don't. I'm a full time dad, and I'm trying to be a full time comedian. Really don't have time to be dealing with anybody on anything. What's that? Mm. Really don't have time for it. So I don't. I don't make any. I don't arrange any time for me to go kick it with somebody who like if I've taken time, there's some value that I'm getting, and it may not be in relationship wise. It may be, hey, you got some knowledge that I want to obtain, or anything like that. If I'm taking time with a person, that is like I value you enough to put things aside and to move things because I'm perfectly happy with sitting at home watching TV with my 2-year old. I got action figures for days. I will play with my toys before I have to deal with any of the BS that anybody else has. Like my piece is here, and I don't want to leave my house unless I absolutely have to. Absolutely have to. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I want to go to a mic, I've got to pay somebody 100 plus dollars just so I can get 5 minutes on stage. So that stage time better be the most valuable thing that is available. And that's just it. I need that stage time to be valuable. So I don't really play around with that. If I were if I were dating, I would have to pay somebody to go out on a date. That means that I'm losing money twice because I'd have to pay to go on a date. I'd have to pay for gas. I'd have to pay the babysitter. And then on top of that, like just going on a date isn't enough for most women these days. It's like, oh, let's go sit at the bar. What? Hell no. Mm-mm. It's 9 o'clock. I gotta go home. I got work in the morning. I gotta go deal with my kid in the morning. He gonna be up at 6 o'clock. No, I ain't got time. So anything that I do, anything, it's gotta be it's gotta be of higher value. So yeah. But I say this: if you go back to the story, right? So if you are a woman and y'all have sex or whatever, y'all do the tango, y'all go through it, and you hit him with a yo, it was all right, and that man he's gonna get curious. All right, like girl, I gave you the best rounds of my life. It's all right. So hold up, you've had better. Oh, let's not do that. Like most women going, they gonna be don't even stroke his ego. And be like, yeah, I mean, it was okay. Like it was okay. We would have to get to know each other better. And he gonna look at you and he gonna say, "What you mean? Like, what would you rate it out of 10?" Yo, I'm telling you, women. I'm telling you right now. Keep that shit low. I don't know. I maybe give you like a 3 out of 10. A 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10. Me? Girl, what you mean? I am me. I've been dicking girls down since I was 15 years old. Ain't nobody ever tell me I was all right. See, right there, you got them. You got them right there. You so full of yourself that you think you got it all figured out. Like you got the best in the world. You, that's just how it is. Like that's how it's been. Like, a woman bring you back to reality. Like yo, it's a 3 out of 10 because there's more to getting to that maximum with a woman. And it took me a very long time to figure this out too. I'm thinking like I can sling my little pee pee in everybody, and I'm like, yo, did you come? You did. Bet. Conquered. And then every time I call you, I'm like, yo, what's up? You trying to get this? And now here's the trick with women though. Here's what you got to, these are the next lines of value that you need to, yeah. You know, I think I just need more intimacy. I think I need more stimulant mentally before, like, I can, and that's just how I am. The man, it's going to click in the man's head like, yo, what? What you said? I didn't stimulate you enough? I didn't took you on dates. I didn't did this. I didn't, that wasn't enough stimulation? No, idiot. There's more that needs to happen when getting into the psyche of a woman. Like you, and that's the thing is like a lot of men only want to deal with this getting into the psyche of them. They don't want to deal with getting to the heart because if I'm not making love to you and our hearts don't align and you're not feeling it with your entire being, it's not gonna work. In a couple of months, you might have the best sex of your life. Couple of months, you're gonna be like, yo, something, 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 something. So when a woman does that, it makes him start to stop thinking from the psyche point and start thinking with his heart. Like, because it's like, yo, intimacy comes from the heart. It doesn't come from the mind. Intimacy comes from the heart. Real intimacy, it's heart to heart. It's felt because it's like, yo, it's an action that you took. Like, okay, like you took time to make sure that my heart was taken care of before anything else. A lot of men, because it's so, oh, mental health, mental health, mental health. We talk about a ton of mental health. but we never talk about our heart health. We never mention it. It's never even a topic anymore. Like the fact of feeling real love. Like black people come from a slave's mentality of, hey, I'm gonna match her with her and pair them two, and y'all in love and y'all married, and y'all until death because the Bible says so. So y'all can't get a divorce. And it's like, yo, all right, man, look, this paper has binded us together for life. What we gonna do? But when like that's the mental, like they had to do it because it was mentally, like they had to be mentally strong enough to be like, damn, I'm stuck with this person for the rest of my life. Even though my heart felt, because he used to bring me biscuits and he used to do things of love for this young man, I gotta marry this buck because we the two biggest motherfuckers on this farmland. There's so much wrong, man. Like there's so much wrong with that. And we've carried like that trauma has just been passed down, passed down, passed down, passed down, passed down. Me, I'm gonna be honest. I had a grandfather. He passed away. And this man, honestly, like he told me the stories, man. One day my grandma just told everybody that she was going to marry him. He didn't know her from a can of paint. He told me the story. Like they didn't have no relationship. But my grandma, for whatever reason, was trying to get out of whatever situation she was in. And she saw my grandfather and was like, that's who I'm going. I'm going to get him. And my grandfather just go along and get along. He like, all right, well, I guess we're getting married. Married her. My grandma cheated on this man. My biological father is not his son, his biological son. My grandfather, who the only man that I know is my grandfather, but he stayed with her for over 30 years. They were married. He wouldn't even sleep with her no more, but they were still married. And that was just the mental that they had to come. But when you touch the heart, like, let me get back to the point. When you touch the heart, like when a woman starts to make a man break down from the mental, like, oh, okay, if I tell him that I came, his ego is going to be stroked, his head's going to get big, and he's never going to try to get to my heart. He's never going to make it so that the orgasms that we have together connect to anything other than the psyche. And that is why you have to make him fight for your heart. Like there's no value in your orgasm. I'm sorry. Like, cool. I made plenty of women orgasm, squirt, whatever the case may have. I made it happen. But it wasn't until I tapped into a heart. Like I felt our hearts match and align. And I was like, yo, ain't nobody in this, ain't nobody, ain't nobody else I want. When I realized that there was no one else I wanted other than I need that heart to heart connection every time. If I don't have that, I don't want to touch you. I saw the value in her. And I was like, yo, a woman can walk around. Listen, I have dealt with women from my past and they come through and oh, hey, you remember them time? Nah, fuck them memories. And I mean that, fuck them memories. I've felt something that I can't even explain it. Like it's better than an orgasm, and I don't even have to take my clothes off to feel it. Like it's throughout the day. It's like, yo, let me see your smile. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me see your smile over looking at your breasts. Like, I used to always call the phone. Hey, let me see your titties. What? Come on, man. What? All right. Well, shit, that ain't it. When I find that person that, hey, let me see your smile. What you doing today? Let's see what you. Let's see what's going on. It's different. It's a different vibe. It's a different energy. So yeah, women, this is the key. I'm telling you, this is the key to getting a better relationship. You tell that man, hey, whew, it's like, hey man, we went for a long time. Yeah, it was a long time. You seemed like you was enjoying it. What you think? It's cool, but you never made me come. You never got me there. It was cool. It was a long time. Yeah, it was a long time. It wasn't even good. It was okay. Don't give that man that power. I'm telling you. Oh boy, you told us that. up last night. Go get on the phone with your girls. Oh, girl, you tore this thing up. Girl, I'm trying to tell you, you tore it up. Just stroked his ego. He gone. He ain't had to unveil his heart. He ain't had to work to yours. The goal was we look at orgasms as happiness. I made you happy. I made you come. You'll always be back. I put that dick on you, girl. That's how it is. That's truth, true to God, true to life story. That's how it is. I put that dick on you, girl. Stop playing with me. I put that thing on you. I put that thing on you. It's not good. It's not. It really isn't good. So, women, if you truly want happiness, make that man work. Make that man work, man. I'm telling you. Because ain't no worse, there's no worse feeling to a man that is solely like, who may like you and may have wasted, like, that's a complete waste of time. Like, it's a waste of time and energy. I spent money to take you on a date. I spent time. I'm sitting here listening to you talk about yourself. I'm talking about myself, unveiling more to me. And then I ain't even reached the finish line. Like, I stopped. I'm short of the finish line. Like, how short am I? Like, bro, you probably 3 steps away from where you started from. The competitive nature in that man is going to be like, what? 3 steps away? Shit, you want to be crucial. Like, man, you might have moved back a step. Shit, what? Bitch, I know she lying. He gonna go and sit in his thoughts. I'm have this conversation face to face. That man gonna put that phone down. What you mean? Like, it could be going off side shit. Like, the next in line could be texting him right now. What you mean? What you mean I ain't get off the? I mean, you cool, but it ain't get me. So, and he gonna start asking questions. So you have somebody better than me. You don't even gotta answer that question. It's just like, yo, I think I just need more intimacy. I think I thoroughly enjoy intimacy. I think intimacy is what gets me off. That man gonna be like, what you mean? I'm gonna get you off. Like, hold up, man. Let me put this to the side. Like, uh, it's an instant. All the side bitches gonna be gone because it's like, yo, yeah, he felt like he conquered you, so he already thinking about, hey, I'm gonna conquer the next one. But the one person that challenges him to be, hey, nah, you ain't tap into that because all he gonna add, I'm telling you, yo, you hit some walls. You got me fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't act crazy. Don't be crazy, and be okay with letting them go. Like, yeah, look, yeah, you ain't do it for me. Like, you didn't. Yeah, it wasn't for me. That's the game changer for men. I don't I don't know what else to do. Like, because men are competitors. Look at it every Sunday. You catch a man every Sunday football. Yo, yeah, man. Hey, more competitive. I'm gonna join this fantasy league. Hey, my people, more competitive. Yo, I'm gonna go out here and have the fastest car in the world. Competitive. I'm gonna be the best gamer ever. Competitive. Everything about men is competitive. That's the reason we lock into games, because we want to be the best. I'll put hours of practice into 2K and spend no time getting to know your heart better. Women have the power to make that happen. It's as simple as making it a competitive thing. Your heart's not competitive. I got it already. I got you. You over here cooking and shit for me while I'm sitting here playing the game. Nah. Like, hey, you know, even if you gotta make up a friend, hey, my coworker, him and I are going to go jog. Oh, word? Y'all going? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can literally go from, hey, baby, you think you want to go walk with me? Nah, I'm gonna play this 2K. Oh, okay. Well, I just call my coworker. All right. They gonna look. What you? All right, cool. Your coworker. And you get on the phone and you be like, Jim, you feel like going to walk with me? Fuck you, me, Jim. Turn this shit off mid game. Who the fuck you? Oh, Jim, he gay, but if you want to go walk with me, you can. Now you done started some shit, because it's like, I don't care about no gay man or nothing. Like, yo, hold up. Nah, ain't nobody else is coming in taking my spot. And this is a real man. This ain't no boy shit. It's a real man. Ain't no man coming in and taking my spot. I'm that you mine. Oh, okay. Now you want to go walk with me. You know what I'm saying? Like women gotta be smart. And this ain't no Steve Harvey. I'm a snitch. No, this is real shit. Like this is stuff that men should be doing to make their family better. Like the Drake era is dead. Like Kendrick killed the Drake era. So like all that fucking other bitches and fucking that's just dead, man. The value is in having your woman do all the things that you want done for you and doing those making your woman do those things without you having to ask. That's the real flex for men. Like, yo, your homeboys come over and she ain't got no problem with it because you did everything that you were supposed to do. The house clean, the shit clean, clothes folded, like everything is done before, and she can come home and actually relax because you've earned that respect because you're working on keeping her heart straight. And when she does finally come downstairs, hey, what y'all need? I'm gonna go to the store, whatever you need. I'm gonna get you some beer, some drink. I'll even cook for y'all. Hey, you want me to get some steaks for all of you and the boys? Yeah, baby, could you do that? Your boys looking over like, what the hell? What you do to her? Boy, you must be laying the pipe down. Little do you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all competing. That's your spouse is the best person to compete with. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, the dudes that you competing with, like your friends, are still competitors too. And you want them to see, like, man, I got the best chick in the world. You want them to see that. You like, yo, man, you got your bitch cooking you and shit. Yeah, man, what you mean? She do this all the time. Now everybody want to come to your house on Sundays and be like, ah, nah, man, I'm gonna spend the day with my girl. Like when you can neglect them and be like, yo, I ain't watching no games with y'all today. I'm going with my girl. That's competition, bro. Like, what you mean? Your girl more important than us? Yeah, nigga, she just made you steak. Yeah, she just made you steak. She cooked for you. She bought you beers and stuff for you to enjoy at my house. That's what she did for me. So when she asked me to come this week, like, yo, hey, I'm not hanging with y'all. And y'all ain't got nothing to say. Y'all see how well she takes care of me. It ain't like I got a woman that's a bitch and she like, baby, why you always hanging out with the guys? Nah, she let me chill with y'all last week, and I got to do the she want to do this week. This is how I keep my balance. And next time y'all come over for the next fight or whatever, hey, I ain't gotta say nothing. I'm not gonna ask her anything. If she's not willing to do it, it won't get done. I'll do it myself. But the type of love that I have when I tapped into that heart because I competed for it for so long, like men gotta change how they deal with women. We have to change it. We have to because I'm telling you, man, like when you have that woman's heart and not just her vagina, her sexy parts, or her mental, like you can control a woman more from strengthening her heart than you can from fucking her brain. Like I'm just saying. You ain't gotta ask for head no more. You ain't gotta ask for booty. You ain't gotta ask for none of that. It's like, yo, okay. Hey, and it doesn't need to be acknowledged every day. You doing what you're supposed to do. But take some time and do some stuff that makes it easier for her. Like y'all got kids, take the kids out and leave her in the house by herself. Cause just that little bit of time that she take the kids. Don't even ask her like, yo, we gonna do something as a family like later or tomorrow, or whatever. But hey, I'm gonna take the kids. And if it's your stepkids or your take the kids. Let her have her castle to herself for a period of time. Like she can go out and do whatever she want to do. Don't call. Don't ask her for anything. Don't ask her to make dinner. Don't ask her. Don't. Don't do it. Just give it that time. Shit. Even teams need a quarter break. Like you know what I'm saying. Everybody need. They get a whole halftime. You know what I'm saying. Like so, what's wrong with you taking the load off of your woman? But you wouldn't understand that. You would understand that a lot better if you got to know her heart. When you get to know it, it's like, yo, she's slouching today. Like, man, she ain't clean the baseboards like she normally do. Yeah, something ain't right. Let me see. Hey, babe, what would you like me to do? Don't even ask. Just see. Like sometimes just may need a hey, kids screaming, kids wilding. Hey, I'll see you in a minute. All right, you know what I'm saying? Like You can call me if you need anything, but I'm not going to bother you. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, man. That's what I'm trying to get for my daughter because I wasn't able to do that for a lot of the women that I've played games with in my past. And it took a very long time for even me to like because even when you're destroying other lives, it takes a part of you too. Like it's pretty much like it's equivalent to never practicing. Like you trying to play a game that you've never practiced for. You're a beginner at a new game every time. Like, yeah, okay, cool. I'm gonna try this golf, and I'm gonna golf here for like a month or two. I don't like it. I'm gonna try tennis. Hey, tennis. I'm gonna try water polo. Every woman is a new sport that you got to learn, and you don't spend no time practicing. You're not getting to know her heart. You trying to smash and dash, and that's a lot of the problem, and that's been a lot of my problem. I don't want like I don't necessarily want that anymore. And this is why I was able to come to this realization because it's like I see me, I see what I've done, and I've asked. You know what I'm saying? I don't speak to any of the women anymore, but I've asked for forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just not there anymore. I'm not there. I don't want to hurt another heart. I don't want to have another heart. You know what I'm saying? Like to hold on to. I just want to be happy. I just want to sit at home and be a dad. And it's so much peace in just being at home. Just sit at home. I don't talk to nobody on the phone. I remember like I was into comedy and I'm making all these phone calls like it had to be done. No, be funny. Like if you're a comedian, be funny. Be funny in every aspect. Like write your jokes, be funny, and when your number is called or your name is called, make sure that you're ready. Those are the only requirements that are needed from a comic. Just be funny. You ain't gotta worry about nothing. Just be funny. Oh man, I gotta. Nope, 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 nope. Just be funny. You funny? Okay, cool. You gonna win. You know what I'm saying? With a woman, like I'm not a escort. I'm not a hooker. I'm not a hoe no more. I don't want to be a hoe no more. But I'm not a hoe. I just I just love now. Like I just love like I love being alone. I love being a dad. I love being a friend. I just love. And even that, like I found more value in my friends of the past. Like my friends of the past who were able to be successful at life and stuff like that. Like they have more value to me than anyone else. Like I've gotten I'm rebuilding a relationship with my childhood friend, which is one of the most beautiful things ever because it's like full circle. And he just lost his mom, and his mom used to scare us, man. Like she would beat us with our eyes. We would speak to her, don't knock on my door. I love that woman, man. Like, and now that she's gone, it's like, dang, we didn't understand what this woman meant, but she raised a great kid, man. This, the, he's a great dad as well. Like we were impoverished, we were poor. We made it happen, man. We made it happen. We made it happen. Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, man, women. Like I seek more value. Once I found my heart, I don't need no other ones. One is enough for me. It takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of effort. And then if you're doing this, if you're moving like this, and you're really trying to get to that woman's heart, and you really, because you like, women got to put them in position to make them. Y'all, y'all make us move how we move. Like women run everything. I ain't gonna lie to you. A woman will make a man. A woman will make or break a man quick. So like, I looked at the women in New York like dead ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, it, like I seen a dude crying over a woman because she was about to go to somebody else's house and fuck them. Like, women have that much power, man. This dude was like the thug dude too. Like I remember I used to go outside because my son had a Power Wheel. I used to go outside and just like be out there, and my son would be in this little yellow Camaro that we bought because it was like Bumblebee, kind of into Transformers at the time. It was one of them newer Camaros, and my son would just be like up and down the road, up and down the road. There was nowhere really to do this in New York, so You know what I'm saying? And we out there and we try not to be nosy because I got to keep an eye on my son because my son was wild a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like he was kind of wild. He would do what he wanted to do, but it was always with he was wild with me, but with his mom, he was like an angel. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, yo, I'm gonna beat your ass. So he would like try to go in the streets and stuff like that. But then like once he realized like I would just take the car back in the house, and he was like, yo, dang, I ain't gonna be able to ride it. I might as well listen. And we would just circle around the block, and this dude was like, yo, why you gonna fuck this nigga? I remember seeing that. I remember dying laughing. Like, yo, this dude is really out here in Brooklyn, like the hardest place. I was like, yo, I wanted to be in Brooklyn because I'm born and raised in Virginia. I was like, yo, New York is so hard. It's so gritty. And like my first couple of days there, I'm like, yo, what? He's like, why you gonna fuck this nigga? Girl, you know I love you. I don't love you, dead ass, you weak dick nigga. Like, yo, shit. Like, I came over there, you couldn't even make me come. I'm like, yo, in the street though. In the streets. You couldn't even make me come. I'm gonna go fuck this nigga with this big dick. And me and my son, he looked at me like he understood what was going on. I said, man, you 3 years old. Go drive your goddamn Camaro. I'ma ride his dick. I'ma call you and let you know how good this dick is to me. That's what I'ma do. I can't believe I wasted all my time. I caught 2 trains to get over here and you gonna give me mediocre dick? Nah, I ain't with that. I'm just like, yo, I don't think I could handle a woman from New York. And then he's like chasing her, crying, snot, everything. And niggas across the streets like, yo, let her go. She for the streets. I just fucked her last week. And I was like, it's like, y'all shut the fuck up. I'm gonna beat y'all ass. And I'm like, oh shit. Like, he about to fight them. And shit. It's like, Shamika, hey, get your ass over here, man. Look, this nigga ain't dicking you down right. I got you right here, girl. And I'm looking at this dude, and she go walk. She literally went and walked over there to him, like, yo, for real, nigga. And then the dude, the guy, the guy is just, he's just crying, like, yo, she literally about to go to this dude's house, and she told you she gonna call you. Hey nigga, I'll call you in 15 minutes when I'm done. Women have that type of power. Women have that type of power. That man, his heart was broken that day. I'm not saying use it to that extreme. But I'm saying, women, hey, use your power. Use it. Women have a lot more because our goal for everything we do is for women. Like we playing 2K, that's more of a bro thing, but we wanna be that to look cool. I guarantee somebody got a digital girlfriend up there. Like, yo, hey, Shorty, you see Shorty? She looking at me on the side, like, yo, green bean. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want to look cool, but put the value in letting the man know the only person he needs to look cool to is you. That's all I'm saying.